we'll now join Oyin Adekunle for news in business. Hello, Oyin.
Hi, Fidelia.
So tell me, what's making headlines over there?
Well, mixed reactions have continued to trail President Muhammadu Buhari's directive to shut Nigeria's border with Benin Republic. According to the president, the closure will address smuggling activities and proliferation of small arms. But his defense has been criticized by analysts who say Nigeria needs food security and not food self-sufficiency. Adeshewa Odushoga tells us more.
Since assuming office in 2015, the President Muhammadu Buhari-led administration has been working to attain self-sufficiency in agricultural production. To this effect, the President has taken several measures to control the smuggling of food items as well as curb excessive importation into the country. Partial closure of the Nigerian borders with Benin Republic is the latest of such measures.
We have had massive, excessive importation of food items and manufactured products that have undermined the local economy, manufacturing, and even farming. So I think that we need to clearly disaggregate the issues so that we do not undermine our own security. But what we have said is that in spite of the security challenges, we would like that government takes a critical look as to how to maintain the delicate balance of allowing economic activities to flourish whilst creatively checking insecurity.
I believe that what needs to be done is to strengthen the institutional capacity of both the customs and the Nigerian Immigration Service to effectively police the borders. And we should also ensure that we improve on our criminal justice system.
The president had also recently ordered the Central Bank of Nigeria to ban the sale of forex to importers of food into the country. But many says this directive undermines the independence of the CBN.
I think that the president merely expressed his view. Yes, he did mention that he has asked the CBN not to give, but as you can see, the CBN will have to carry out some due diligence. It will have to do some impact assessment in its own way as to how to be guided to implement that directive if ultimately it has to.
Almost 60% of the items on that list are actually food items or agro-related items. Rice, of course, is inclusive. So I think what the president was just saying was just trying to further underscore or emphasize the policy position of both the government and the Central Bank of Nigeria.
According to reports, Nigeria is the largest producer of rice in West Africa, but ironically the highest importer globally. The country consumes almost 7 million tons of the staple food yearly, but produces only 3.7 million tons. This, however, casts a doubt on the country's self-sufficiency of rice production.
Government also has a role to play in stimulating increased production locally so that you do not have what could become an artificial scarcity. If you assume that all the rice that is being sold in Nigeria is local rice, I mean, you'll be grossly mistaken. I mean, because we still see foreign rice in the market. So for us to be able to ascertain to what extent we have been able to achieve full sufficiency, we need to have our figures right.
When we talk about policy of import restriction, for it to have the kind of desired outcome, it has to be complemented with the building of local capacity. I think the appropriate thing to do is to do those things simultaneously. We should build domestic capacity to meet our food demand.
To further boost local production of food items, especially rice in Nigeria, the Central Bank of Nigeria set up a $130 million initiative offering farmers who have at least 1 hectare of land loans at a 9% interest rate, which is below the benchmark interest rate of 14%. Adeshewa Odushoga, TV360 Lagos, Nigeria.